let's talk about Breckenridge. Helmet is strapped.
What's up, guys? Melissa and Jesse here with Adventure Endeavor.
That's us.
And we are here today to tell you about our favorite things to do in Breckenridge, Colorado. We recently spent a couple weeks in the area, and we had a fantastic time doing all sorts of winter activities.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to tell you about those.
But make sure you stick around to the end because obviously, like in typical YouTuber fashion, we're going to put like our favorite thing at the very end. So then you watch the whole thing. So if you're planning on RV camping, it could seem a little intimidating in the winter, but it's really not that bad. We had zero experience, and basically we ran our rig like we were boondocking other than plugging into shore power. We didn't have any issue. And if you're going to be in the area, probably the most, what would you call it?
The most popular, most well-known activity to do in the Breckenridge area is going to be downhill skiing and snowboarding.
Yes.
It's really close to several resorts. I mean, Breckenridge is literally a resort in the town. And it's not far from Arapahoe Basin, and Keystone is right around the corner as well.
And Cooper.
Copper
Or Cooper. One of them's really close. We keep getting it mixed up.
I think it's Copper.
So there's a lot in the area. You can rent from local shops, or you can rent on the mountains. And we noticed a big thing too, a lot of people do is they get the Epic or the Icon Pass. If you're going to go for, I think it's almost 3 days, it'll pay for itself. So you might be better off if you're going to be up there for a couple weeks, just getting the pass like our friends did, and then you don't have to worry about it. Because we did a 1 day pass and it was 120, something around there.
It was like 110 per person. Yeah.
Depends on the day, depends on the season, all of that.
Depends on the resort.
Exactly. But it was kind of cool because they, they came skiing with us for a bit, but then they went ahead and started tailgating and kind of hanging out in the parking lot and cooking, and that's like a really popular thing to do as well. But if you're paying the price we did, we wanted to ski most of the day. So that's just something to look into if you're going to be in the area for a while. Another one of our favorite activities in the area is literally just cruising the towns. The town of Breck was 4 minutes from Tiger Run Resort, where we stayed. And there's so many shops, restaurants, action sports stores, which I could spend days in.
It's a whole vibe. The Victorian roots of this historic mining town is really obvious in the architecture of all the buildings, and they really do a good job at keeping it historic and keeping those buildings, the way that they looked on the outside, at least, way back in the day. So it's one of our favorite things to just go check out a little town, just kind of do some shopping. We really liked Limburg Grove. It's a local shop full of
everything. It's all locals that make stuff and sell it in this shop. So it was like beanies, gloves, hats, jewelry, t-shirts, stickers, stuff like that. But it's just cool because you're supporting local business. Mm-hmm. My favorite store was the beef jerky shop. I do think it was a chain, unfortunately. I'm not 100% sure on that. And anything right on Breck, in Breck on the main street is going to be a little expensive, but we got a few different things at the beef jerky shop, and it was well worth it.
Another great activity to do in the Breckenridge area was something that we did for the very first time when we were there, and that was Nordic skiing. Cross-country skiing is another, but we did the Nordic skiing.
Mm-hmm. We have a video on that, so we'll link that somewhere around here. And it was pretty fun. It was challenging. We rented our skis at Avalanche Sports in Breck. There's actually 2 locations, and they'll kind of give you advice on where to go. We went to Mayflower Gulch. Mm-hmm. We had a great time. I mean, it's essentially like hiking up a snow hill, and then you get to ski down. Only problem is we don't really know how to ski. So that video is pretty fun. It was pretty funny.
There was a lot of falling happening in that video.
A lot of falling. Obviously, the 2 of us fell, but even then, we had friends who are like legit skiers.
Skiers.
I would say expert. You guys are experts. You're being called out. Anyways, they even fell a couple times because what's weird about Nordic is your heel is loose. Only your toe is strapped into the ski. There's a lot of different passes and areas that you can go do the Nordic skiing.
Yeah.
And then they do have a Nordic center.
Yeah, a Nordic and cross-country skiing center in Breckenridge.
Which is more of like a flat track.
Yes.
So what we did was we were going up into the mountains, up into some of these gulches, into these valleys, and then turning around and coming down. I would say to check for avalanche reports if you're going to be doing something like
Definitely.
that. It was later in the year for us. It was spring, so we knew we didn't have to worry too much.
And it was a heavily trafficked trail that we were going to, so we didn't have to worry about that. But if you're going to be venturing on an excursion of that nature, definitely keep that in mind.
Take a safety course.
Yeah.
And we didn't go like way up onto the peaks of these mountains either. We kind of stayed in the valley and went back down. So felt safe. It was fun. It was a hard workout. I think my hip still hurts a little bit.
I felt like I was going to break my ankle, but
And you can
didn't.
You can also do split boarding if that's something you're into. That's probably what we'll do next time. With your split board, it's a board that splits in half. You use it like skis up, and then when you get to the top, you put it together, and then you go down. Yeah,
we're much more experienced with snowboarding, so I think that would be a definite easier method.
But easier is not always good.
No. And if Nordic or cross-country skiing is not your thing, I would suggest trying snowshoeing because you can get the same views and you don't have to do the difficult part of the skiing.
It's funny because it's the difficult part going downhill. You would think it would be easier, but it's difficult.
I was going probably 2 miles an hour and I fell about 15 times.
You probably could have walked faster.
Yes. But snowshoeing is great because who says you have to wait for summer to go hiking? I mean, you can do exactly what we did and rent snowshoes and poles from a local shop.
It was cheap. It was like $25 for like a full day. It was a local business. And what was so cool to me is we were talking about it is, so normally when you're in the snow, you'll be on a road or in a parking lot or at a house, like an Airbnb or at an RV park or whatever, but you're always viewing the snow and the trees from that area where it's like an open area and you're viewing into the trees. It was just really like magical almost to go on a trail and be in the snow and you just hear that snow kind of crushing in, you hear the birds chirping, and it snowed a lot of the time. It was just a really cool experience, and I would highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, though, we would recommend making sure that you have waterproof shoes if you're going to go snowshoeing.
Oh, yes.
This might seem obvious, but we didn't have the best waterproof shoes, so we ended up just wearing our snowboarding boots. And it worked out totally fine because the snowshoes adjust to any size shoe that you wear. Yeah,
the ones we had worked to any size, and our feet were nice and warm, and we already had them, so it worked out good.
Yeah, it was a super fun activity and a good workout.
Another fun activity is going to the local breweries, or in Breck's case, there's a distillery as well. So we stayed at a Harvest Host at Broken Compass Brewery. They have 2 locations. One is on the outside on, I believe it's called Airport Road. And then the other one, they have a tasting room in town. And then the distillery is kind of in the middle, down by Airport Road as well. Obviously we don't drink, but we really love the atmosphere. Most of the time they have really good food. And it's just a great activity to do with friends. And we had a great time. Alright guys, here it is. This is one of our favorite things to do. I hope we didn't let you down. I hope you're still watching. It was so simple, yet so much fun. It was visiting Isaac Hartstone, also known as the Breckenridge Troll.
Yes.
You know, we love this whole YouTube thing, Instagram, Facebook, but what we really hate is those internet trolls.
Isaac Hartstone is a 15-foot wooden troll. He's made from recycled wood and pallets, and he was created in 2018 by Danish artist Thomas Dambo for the Breckenridge International Festival of Arts. He got his name because when he was being constructed for the International Festival of Arts, 3 local girls brought the artist a heart-shaped stone.
It's kind of weird.
I know, right? But it's cute. Troll Stiggin' Trail. Let's go see Isaac Hartstone.
So he has been moved. He not recently, but anyways,
in
he used to be...
2019 he was moved.
2019, recently. He used to be near an apartment complex, and then there was just so much traffic that the city decided to move him. And now he's over by, what's the ice skating rink?
Correct.
And it's a really short hike. We did it, and it was fun because, it was hiking in the snow, and it was just great.
Yeah, it's just one of those super cool little things, totally family-friendly activity. It's a really, really short hike, really easy to get to, and experience a little bit of nature and a little bit of art at the same time.
We enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, that's kind of all we got for Breck. Obviously, there are more things, and then if you want to go into summertime, there's mountain biking, hiking, other things like that. But we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you found it valuable, and like always, thank you so much for watching.